What did you learn this week? It is Friday, it's 2 o'clock. That's what we ask every single Friday, to find out what you learned this week about marketing your show, your film. What did you learn, so that way more people can see the work that you're creating? So I'm Annie Schiffman. I'm the founder of Downstage Media. And at Downstage Media, we give theater companies who are overwhelmed or frustrated by social media a plan of what to post, so that way they can connect with their audiences, not just on stage, but online as well. So many times we often have a special guest, and so Jeffrey Virkus is going to be on today. He is a filmmaker and a very, very funny guy, and so he's going to be joining us. But this is a time where you can feel free to share with us something that you have learned. The idea is that different performers and artists can all learn from one another and maybe shorten the learning curve that we all have in trying to promote our work online. So I usually talk about something that has to do with social media for theater or for artists, but you can absolutely feel free to join in with whatever you want to talk about. And if you haven't had a chance yet and you still need a little bit of time to reflect, use the hashtag WLTW and share something that you've learned, and then this way we can all sort of learn from one another. So Jeffrey Virkus is going to be coming on in just a minute. He has been creating so many really unique videos and just taking that whole ethos of, I'm going to just do it myself and make it my own and do things on my own turf, and really some exciting stuff that he's doing. And he's going to share what he's learned about getting his work out there. But something that I learned this week is that there was a big update on Facebook. Holy moly. And I see Jeffrey Virkus is all ready to go, so he's sort of waiting. So thank you, Jeffrey. So yeah, Facebook, if you, they'll probably be rolling it out soon, but there's an update to the app, the Facebook app, and there's a couple of things that I think is worth noting. One, look how huge Facebook Stories is on your phone. It is now like, it takes up like this much of your Facebook feed. So, oh hey, what's going on? Just saying hello to everybody who's on here. So just keep in mind that if you're not incorporating Facebook Stories into your strategy, you're kind of missing out on a lot of real estate. Facebook gives a lot of notifications that say that someone has just added to their story. They give it prominent features within your own profile pic, just whatever you do on the feed. Now with the new update, they've made it so much bigger. So Facebook wants you to use stories. And we know from in the past and from what we've tested that Facebook will give preference to brands that use stories. So that could be something that you use as well in promoting your stuff and your work. Another thing to note is how front and center Facebook groups are. Facebook groups are really front and center in the new Facebook update. So that is another thing that we learned this week. And we're about to have Jeffrey Virkus come on. All right, so let's see. So I always say that Instagram is a bit of a diva. So let's make sure that it's going to work out here, so that way Jeffrey can come on. What he's learned, he's been putting out so much stuff. All right, so let's see. Hopefully we'll be able to hear from him. But in the meantime, there we are. Jeffrey, hello.
Hi, Annie.
How's it going?
Excellent.
Awesome. So, all right, so we'd love to hear about something that you have learned this week. What's something that you learned this week?
Okay, first, thanks for that information on the Facebook Stories. That's good to know. But What I learned this week is the Instagram profile. I had a logo on that didn't seem to be serving me well, but then I put a lifestyle photo, which was referred to me as it's something to do. So once I put the lifestyle photo, it's almost like instantaneous. I started getting more feedback.
Cool. So take us through that a little bit. So you had so it was an Instagram account that was for a brand or for you personally?
It was Instagram for my business.
For your business. Okay, and let's give you a plug. What's your business?
Well, Creative Leap TV. It's my production studio. I'm in my first feature film in the works. That comes out in 2020. I released the trailer. And then the content I release on Instagram and YouTube is just stuff I've learned along the way as I'm filming it. So I'm trying to give back value. For instance, one of my fears for so long was dialects, and I use a lot of dialects in my movie. So then I'm giving little tutorials that I release on Instagram and then YouTube. And that's what I'm building on.
Yeah, those are so fun. I've been watching a bunch of them. They're great.
Oh,
And
thank
yeah,
you.
and like such a cool thing to know, like if you want to, I mean, YouTube is the second most used search engine. So if an actor needs to know about a specific dialect, because you've got some wacky ones in there. You've Boston, Scottish.
Just released the Yiddish.
Yiddish, yeah.
Yes. New York, British.
Yeah. So so what a great way that somebody could be searching for, you know, actors doing an accent, or accents for actors in Scottish or Yiddish, something like that, and they'll be able to find your video. So that's great. So okay,
Yeah.
so you have learned that when you took Creative Leap TV's Instagram account profile picture and you changed it from the logo to an actual person, you found you were getting more follows and more likes.
Absolutely, yes.
Good tip. Good tip. All right, great. And I think that you had said there was something else that you picked up along the way, or did I miss?
Yeah. So as far as finding your niche, for instance, those dialect videos, those are very niche oriented.
Yeah.
So there's many people who want nothing to do with dialects. They don't need it. So it's important for me to interact on Instagram and start finding my niche. Who's going to be interested in dialects? I started, seeking out actively people in improv comedy, stand-up comedians who might want to incorporate dialects in their routines and their scene study.
So tell us a little bit about how you seek them out. Are you using hashtags? Are you just searching on Instagram? How are you finding them?
I've been using hashtags, but that's obviously not enough. So I'll go and I'll search, for instance, popular improv spots in LA, the Groundlings, UCB,
sure.
Second City. I think they're dead in LA now. I think
they probably
are.
I have been out of the LA improv scene a long time, so.
Yeah, so they're closed down. I think it's just pretty much Second City, Groundlings, and UCB are the main three now.
Okay,
but there's still the hub in Chicago. Anyway, so then I go on those and then find their followers and start trying to bring up a dialogue with them. And then that's what I've started so far.
Awesome. So those are some great tips. Thank you. And so
Good.
if you are watching this and you learned something, because so much of this is just, we feel like, I feel especially towards Friday afternoon, like you're racing to try to create content, to schedule it, to get it up, so that way you could go to your weekend. Maybe you're going to be in a couple of shows. Maybe you've got some events that you're going to. And I feel like there's never that time to sort of stop and take stock of like what's actually working that you're doing and what's not working. And so that's why this is that opportunity for you to share what is working. So for you watching this, if you have something that you learned this week, specifically about getting your work out there so other people can see it, leave it below in the comments. We'd love to see. We've got a bunch of people on. We're all saying, okay, here we go. Oh, shout out to BH, my bio king. All right. Okay, look, all these people are in here. I wasn't even seeing because I was looking at you, Jeffrey, but now I'm going to wave and say hello to all of them. And just as a reminder, you can see the great videos that Jeffrey is doing on, it's at Creative Leap, just TV, right?
Correct.
There's no underscores or anything like that, right?
Nope, just at Creative Leap TV.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. So let's see here. So Charlotte Tangerine is saying hi. Let's see here. OMG King. A lot of people are jumping in here. So we're so excited about that you all are here. I'm also going to be, so what we do with this information, we know we threw a lot of stuff at you. We're talking about Facebook stories. We're talking about Facebook groups. We're talking about Instagram profile pictures. We're talking about really niching down and finding your niche on Instagram. I'm going to be, after I end this, which should be in about another minute or so, I'm going to head on over and furiously put it up for the blog. So you can go to downstage.media/blog. All the tips are going to be up there, and then we'll have this up on IGTV so you can watch it later. So it's all there. You can find out more about Jeffrey and just be sharing and learning more from one another. I just want to see if anyone else is on here. I just want to share what they have learned this week. A lot of people saying hello. I love that. Thank you for saying hello. All right, so Jeffrey, if there was one thing that you would want people to do to find out more about the work that you do, what is that one thing?
Just visit creativeleaptv.com, the website, or go to the YouTube channel Creative Leap TV, all one word.
Perfect. Okay. And so then next week, we will be on the same time, Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being so flexible. I called him to check in a few minutes ago. He's like, oh, wait, I thought this was 2 o'clock Pacific. And he just hopped on, right? He was like, okay, no, I'll be ready. And it was awesome. So thank you for that. And so every Friday at 2 o'clock, we jump on. We just ask ourselves and other artists, what did you learn this week? So we could learn from each other. And then we throw it up on the blog so you can see and kind of go about our weeks from there. So thank you so much, Jeffrey. It was awesome having you on today.
Thanks for doing what you do, Annie.
All right. Have a good one and have a great week, everybody. Can't wait to hear what you learned.
Take care.